if you look at the difference between investors and owner-occupiers, we all know and would say to each other, look, there's a big difference in what they're looking for. But it's interesting to me to put it into a pie chart and just look at it visually. So on the left, we've got investors. I'd say half of their effort in the building is on their rental return. So primarily, it's a thing they've purchased to get a return. So if we look at that investment pie chart and say half of their effort goes on just rental return, then the other half is divided among, the other pillar areas. So the manager's reporting, how much do they know about the site? How much do they care about it really? The process for quotes and repairs, and often that's focused on getting the best value for money because it's ultimately a financial investment for them. The caretaking physical duties are important to investors, but they're not more important than some of the other things. And then bylaw compliance is very unimportant to investors because usually bylaw compliance, like people having loud parties, doesn't bother them because they don't live there. It doesn't cause any damage to the property, so it's not actually impacting their financial investment at the site. And it's a problem that can usually be solved with words and doesn't require their effort. An owner-occupier on the right-hand side, completely different. So physical duties would occupy, I think here's like 66% of the pie chart. So nearly all of their effort, which makes sense because that's what they can see. So physical duties for them, really important. The bylaws are also really important because owner-occupiers are suffering the consequence of people breaching the bylaws. So if someone's parking in the visitor parking, their visitors can't park there, or the noise is keeping them up at night. Reporting for owner-occupiers, I'd say it's probably pretty small because they can see things and they live there, so they don't really need reporting from the caretaker manager. And then quotes and repairs, less important. They treat it more like how they would deal with their own property because it's something they can see, and if they get a quote, they can go and look at the site and compare the quote with what they can see on the ground. So it's less about the economics of quotes and repairs and more about the suitability of what has been quoted. Is it the exact same type of pool fence that they've got now? Will it look different? An investor doesn't care about that, an owner-occupier does. So obviously I should say this is all very generalized, but if you look at 1,000 committee members and split them into these two camps, I think it would look pretty close to these graphs.